So, if you haven't heard about Anchor, I got to tell you, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. So, we'll go through the things. One, it's free, like totally free. There's a ton of creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer if you prefer it that way. Anchor is then going to distribute your podcast for you so you can hear it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a ton more. And you can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So if you have 10 folks that listen to you every couple of weeks, great. If you've got 1,000, awesome. Either way, you're going to make money. And it's got everything you need to make a podcast in one easy-to-use place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started today.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron. And it's finally coldish.
I hate this weather. It was like 40 degrees for like 3 days or so. I was like, okay, yeah, we can get used to this. And then like the other day, it's like, oh, it's going to be 60 and possible thunderstorms. I'm like, yeah, we don't get to do this.
Yep. And then, I don't know about you guys. We're down on the shore, but it seems like it's always windy now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Always windy. Like, it was 60 degrees the other day. I was like, oh, I'll get out on my bike. Still went for a bike ride. But the wind was brutal the entire time.
Like the other night, I thought like something was trying to break into the second story window because of the wind. You just oh my God.
Could have been a bear.
Yeah, it was just the scream rattling.
Yeah, but it just feels like it's crazy wind lately.
Yeah, well, I mean the pollen count's up, so the trees are sneezing extra hard. Yeah, but then here's the thing: in the middle of summer, when it's hot as balls and we don't want the wind,
Yeah. It'll be sticky and hot and no wind.
Yeah.
That's our life on the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah. All right, because there's a high pressure right now. I don't care about your stupid pressures.
Yeah. Just fix the wind. Fix it. I did receive bad news yesterday. Found out my tree needs to be topped. I don't know what that means.
You just gotta cut the top like 10 feet out or something.
That's a 40-foot tree. What am I? I don't have a bucket truck.
Yeah, a bucket truck. Just climb it.
Oh, yeah, okay. And how did he die? Well, his friend told him to just climb a tree.
What kind of tree is it?
You're the second person to ask this question. I don't know. A tree.
I mean, is it evergreen or?
It is not evergreen.
Okay, so it's probably some sort of hardwood.
Sure.
Does it?
Every time I cut the limbs, they're very hard.
Is there one main trunk, or does it like fork?
It has a trunk.
But I mean, does that trunk like go all the way to the top?
No.
Okay, that's gonna be tricky. I wonder how they're gonna cap that then.
I have no idea. That the tree guy looked at the picture and said, "Oh," because what happened was I come home from work the other day.
Yeah.
And just a whole chunk of the tree fell off.
Huh.
Which seemed odd.
Yeah. It does seem odd.
I was like, well, I better get a hold of a tree guy. Just so happened to somehow know a tree guy or have a connection to a tree guy. Send him pictures of the tree, and he's like, oh, that tree needs to be topped and trimmed. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you're supposed to do that all the time. I'm like, what? It's a tree.
You're supposed to do it all the time. You don't take your tree to the tree groomer?
No, it's a tree. You just let it grow. And then
what happens in the wild?
Exactly. I think they just die eventually. So apparently this tree needs to be topped and trimmed. But then my other buddy's like, well, if they're telling you the tree needs to be topped and trimmed, you just might as well tear it down because we did that, and then 6 months later the tree was dead. And then he's talking about injections. The tree's going to get injections in the roots.
What? Why?
I don't know.
It's a tree.
It's a tree. If it costs me more than $5, I'm going to take it and cut it down, and I'll have hardwood.
It's definitely going to cost you more than $5.
Or softwood. I'm not sure. Is it? It's hardwood, but is it softwood? Is that the correct term?
Yeah, I mean, there's hardwoods and softwoods. I mean, softwoods are like your pines, your balsas.
It just needs some Viagra.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, maybe that's what they're putting in the root.
Yeah. Yeah, then my wife had said that it was a crepe myrtle. I guess she was talking about something other thing on our thing, and so I'm not telling the tree guy, oh, it's a crepe myrtle. He's like, a crepe myrtle? You have
No
to like
way.
trim that every 3 weeks. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I say a crepe myrtle you're supposed to trim back every year.
Who? Nobody. I can tell you when I bought my house, there was no instruction guide saying you need to trim this tree every freaking year, or I would have been like, no, I'm good. I'm going to live in a condo. I hate for him to look at
If you
backyard
had
trees.
like one big, trunk in the middle tree, you could just, put a belt around it and, shimmy your way up, and then you just, cut the cap out.
And then what?
They shimmy back down.
What happens when the cap falls on me and kills me?
No, you cut a little wedge
Mhm.
out, and then you shimmy around to the other side,
Mhm.
and then you cut.
Mhm.
Well, you go 180 degrees. So the wedge, we'll say it's on your left side. You start cutting straight into it from the right, and as it goes, you put a little bit of pressure, and it falls to the left. It falls away from you.
I have a serious question for you.
Yeah, serious question.
You have known me for 18 years now. In those 18 years, when have I ever given you the impression that I would be able to climb a tree, do whatever mumbo jumbo you just said, and not die?
No, you could do it.
Yeah. So there was a time that I missed that I gave you that impression.
Yeah. You could do that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we'll borrow Salisbury's tower ladder, and we'll go up there and do it.
Okay, that'll cost me about $3,000 in fuel.
No, we'll tell them there's like a parade or something.
Yeah. There's a parade. We just need to stop over at Wizard's house for a wee little moment.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the city could give me a couple of tanks of gas after the 18 years.
Yeah.
Seems like a fair deal.
Yeah, I think so.
Chief comes, why was the fuel on the tower 700 times what it's been for the last 10 years? Well,
I don't know. There was Darren, Earl, the deputy. There was a parade up in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I could. Well, I could definitely get the tower in here.
Yeah. Look, it's the Analtech annual tree parade.
It's no longer called that anymore.
Oh.
They changed it to Miles Scientific.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't like being called Anal Tech.
Yeah, exactly. God. Who seriously thought that? They're like, oh, yeah, that's fine.
It's some poor innocent schmuck who's a nerd who worked his way up as an engineer. Was like, oh, yeah, analyze Anal Tech.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. Poor nerds.
Poor nerds.
So I saw a rumor that 343 Studios will no longer make Halo games.
I saw something about that. Yeah, that's crazy.
They still haven't put co-op out for the last one.
Are you serious? I didn't realize that wasn't out yet.
Still not out.
Ooh.
And so now they're just not going to do it?
Jeez, that's like a slap in the face. Wow.
So I'm guessing this is the last Halo? Going out on a whimper?
Bungie gets it back, and
I don't think they're going to get it back.
No.
Or want it back.
No.
I mean, they're already... I did read a thing that they're in developing like 3 other games right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Plus, they're still stealing my money for Destiny.
Yeah. But this season is so good. It's so much lore.
It's so good, except for the one mission that has bugged out on me 3 times.
Yeah, that does suck.
And I'm tired of running that mission over and over again every week.
Yeah. Yeah. I've gotten to a point now I can churn through it pretty quick.
So...
Did you get all the yellow balls?
No.
What?
No, not even going to try.
You got to, though, because it unlocks this really cool thing.
I know I heard about the dog. I don't care.
I got the dog.
Well, good for you.
When you go up to it, the prompt is initiate good boy protocol.
That's pretty cute, but I'm not. Still not doing it. But my brother and I have been doing these missions together.
Yeah.
So we get all the way through.
Yeah.
We get all the way through without dying.
Ooh.
We get all the way to the last boss, and we're like,
yeah.
did you see the cipher? Nope, never saw it. I'm like, God damn it. We got to do this all over again. And he was like, well, we should just beat the boss. I said, I'm not beating the boss. It takes forever. Let's just restart. So then we restart. Get the cipher. Get to the part where you kill the knight.
Oh, yeah.
And kill him. But
Yep.
my brother dies at the last second. As soon as he dies, it resets him all the way back to the fight with the knight the first time.
Oof.
And then it's just a bugged loop where we can't get past that.
Oh.
So we have to do it another time. And I was like, we're not doing this right now.
Yeah.
I've had what I would consider to be enough.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah. And that's the second time that's happened to me.
Oof.
Where it's done that, where you die in that fight and it loops you back.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there are parts of that mission that, like, oh my god, the tracer shanks when you're outside on the space station.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, you need to bring a scout rifle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. If you don't bring a scout rifle, you
well, that, and I mean, they've got like the range of
infinite space.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that, and it's like they can shoot through the little cracks in this. Yeah. It's.
Yeah, and I can somehow fall in space.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that mission is fine. It's a fun mission.
Yeah.
Don't want to do it 7 times.
Yeah, I wish they had like mixed it up a little bit.
Yeah. This is the last time apparently I have to do it. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because this will be the 4th version of Revision 0.
Yeah. And then it'll be the ultimate Revision 0.
Yeah.
Though mine's only like level 10.
Mine's only like 21, so.
My brother has that submachine gun, the
Ikelos?
the Ostia,
Ostia Striga.
Ostia Striga, he's got like level 60.
Yeah, once you hit like 30, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I know.
But I play with guys that like, my Ostia is at like 125.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It is a nice submachine gun, though.
It is. I'm too busy using the bow.
Yeah. Wait, which bow?
Trinity? Tripic Ghoul?
The Trinity Ghoul?
Trinity Ghoul, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good bow.
Yeah, I made my whole build based on this one stupid bow.
Yeah,
I'm very excited that there will be builds in the new update.
Yes, that's going to be
one-button
great.
builds would be great.
Yeah, especially because, like, if you're trying to solo a dungeon or something, there are times where you're like, okay, for this encounter, I got to switch everything up, and then for this, I got to switch everything. Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah. Apparently, I have to do a Grandmaster Nightfall.
You have to?
It's the weekly thing. Weekly challenge.
Yeah. I don't worry about all those weeklies.
Well, there's the one I'm not going to complete. I can tell you that, which is the Crucible Ornament.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not getting... Yeah, I won't get any of the ornaments. I haven't even unlocked Velas yet.
I have Vela on Gambit and Vanguard.
Oh, nice.
But I don't have it on Crucible yet, which means I have to do 2 more levels of Crucible and then 16 more levels of Crucible.
Right, yeah.
Right, because the ornament's in the same spot, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
It'd been okay if it was just like unlock any one of the ornaments. I would have been like, oh, okay, I can grind this.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that one season. It was one of those, and I hated myself because I did it in Gambit.
Oh, I love Gambit.
Gambit used to be fun. I don't like Gambit anymore.
Oh, Gambit's like, I'm tired of doing grinding. Let's play Gambit.
No, because all people do is just constantly they'll grab a heavy, invade, you get blasted by a rocket launcher, and then
I was that guy. I had 9 or 10 kills in a Gambit match the other day. I wiped out their team once and then killed one more guy.
Wow.
Yeah. I felt like kind of an awesome person.
Yeah, no, you should. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I would have gotten 2, but the other guy jumped into the invasion portal as I was shooting at him.
Just take his foot off.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Just as he gets to the portal, boom. Oh, that
sucks. Yeah. So, and old Rasputin, he's kind of at a loss right now.
Yeah. See what happens. Next week's the last week, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just weeks until February, right?
Yeah. Like, it'll be probably, I think what'll happen is we'll probably have just like 2 weeks of downtime, and then we'll have the week before Lightfall will be like the last story week.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be one of those, like when you log in, it'll just take you right to the new story mission, and it'll be a little preamble. But I was talking to somebody the other day, and it would, I know it'd be a pain, but it would be kind of neat now if when you went to Bray Industries, like the Clovis head would react or something, since you kind of kicked him out. Or just stood there and let, Anna do her thing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool, the more I've been playing too much Destiny lately, but it's really cool to see like how long Destiny 2's been out and how much stuff they're adding to it. I can't think of another game that's like this, because like World of Warcraft, they do updates to it, but that's like an expansion and it's like years. And this is like a season and they just added a bunch of things to it.
Yeah.
And it was free. I mean, you didn't have to pay to play in the season.
Right. Yeah, that was nice.
If you'd like to play, which I did, just to get the other stuff. But no other game company would be like, for $4 you can have all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
World of Warcraft, I'm like, for this much content, that's going to be $74.
Yeah. Or you can just send us your kidney.
It's true. Though I am going to have a problem next month because Lightfall's coming out.
Yeah.
But also Jedi Last Survivor.
Yeah.
And Company Heroes 3. I know you're not excited for that, but I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of games.
It is. Yeah.
In a short month.
Games. Yeah. Yeah.
In a month where I have to drive to work an extra day.
Yeah. That's like, I've started playing Mass Effect, so now I'm kind of hooked into that.
More power to you.
Couldn't get into it?
Well, I never got into it. I played the first one, and it was fine. And then I played the second one, and it was, I thought, god awful.
The second one seems a lot more like action-based, I want to say.
Yeah, I just hated all of the stuff with the little car.
Yeah, I did not like that in the first game.
Yeah, all of that was awful.
It was just tedious.
And then in the second one, you think you have to like do planetary exploration. Hated that.
Yeah.
And then I heard Andromeda's not great.
Yeah.
Many people have said that to me.
Yeah.
There's kind of a reason they didn't make any more Mass Effects.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's a fun experience. The first Mass Effect it's a fun game. It just, I don't know why. Could never explain to you why, because it seems like it'd be a game I would love, that I just never got into the lore of Mass Effect.
Yeah, the lore is just insane.
And if you don't get it, but if you don't like the lore, like, you're not gonna buy into the game because it's not that great. Like, the mechanics aren't anything super expensive.
Oh, no.
So if you're
I think the biggest part of it is it's a BioWare game.
BioWare.
And it's like old school BioWare. So that's the part that kind of, it's like, okay.
It's literally Knights of the Old Republic in space.
Yeah.
And Knights of the Old Republic, I just loved more.
Yeah.
Because there was an assassin bot.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want an assassin bot?
Everybody wants an assassin bot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Should we mention that Hawkeye is retired from acting? Jeremy Renner?
Yeah.
Terrible story.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah. Trying to help somebody and...
Yeah, luckily be alive, but...
Yeah. I guess he didn't see it coming.
That's fair.
Maybe if he had a superpower, he would be okay.
He does have a superpower. He shoots bows.
Yeah.
Really, really well.
Really, really well.
Like the original Hawkeye in the comics has a superpower, right?
No.
Yeah. His
No.
superpower is shooting bows superhumanly better.
Wait.
He is a superhuman at shooting bows.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he's not like Robin Hood where he's just slightly better than normal people. He's like, in the comic book, superhumanly better at shooting bows than other people.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's...
I feel like people give Hawkeye a lot of crap.
Oh, yeah.
But just because he's not
easy.
shooting lightning bolts out of his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, how many superpowers does Batman have?
Probably less.
Oh, did you see the terrible news? What heartwarming, heartbreaking, all at the same time news about Batman?
Wait. Oh, that Mark Hamill said he won't be Joker anymore?
He won't be Joker.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, and his whole reasoning brought my just like I was going to cry.
Oh yeah.
Because Kevin Conroy's passed on, and he's not going to do it because that's Batman and Joker.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there was some project they were going to do. They were talking about.
Yeah, because I heard something like he was talking. He was like, anytime Kevin would call me and say, hey, got a Batman gig. Do you want to be Joker? And Mark was like, absolutely.
Right. And now there's no Batman without Joker. There's no Joker without Batman.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah. That's sad news.
Yeah.
Sad, but again, heartwarming.
Oh, yeah. It was that kind of friendship and relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also sure if you're Mark Hamill, you're not like, oh man, I need that extra $50.
Yeah.
Not
Mark,
sure what he got paid.
We know you're listening. Hi.
Yeah, definitely hi. I mean, probably one of 3 celebrities that I would A, recognize, and B, care to actually meet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like one of those people who's like, oh my god, there's a celebrity, I have to go over there and take a picture and stuff. I know Mark Hamill would be a tough one for me to like, I'm going to be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a tough one.
Yeah. I would definitely nerd out and probably cry.
Yeah. Him and Harrison Ford would be tough ones to like.
Yeah.
Just be like, if Harrison Ford's plane crashes in my backyard, I'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's Harrison Ford.
Indy!
Indy! Cover your heart, Indy!
They probably walk up, smack you in the face.
Yeah, probably. He does seem like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Well, passing off for rigmarole, ready to go to topic 1?
Yeah, we can go right into topic 1.
Topic 1. So, weird topic, but I think it's getting worse as I get older.
Oh, no.
So, I'm like a gadget guy, sort of.
Okay.
And when I was younger, I was a lot more proficient at computers, and I knew how to like overclock computers and build computers, and I was all into that world, and I was very keen with that stuff.
Wait,
now,
did you say overclock?
Yeah, overclock your PC. CPU.
You put the clock on top of it? I don't.
You make the clock go faster than it's supposed to go.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a way to make your computer run faster than it's supposed to.
Gotcha.
But it's actually very easy. Don't do this unless you know what you're doing, kids, because you really can mess up your computer. But I used to know all those things. I used to get into BIOS and mess with settings and do all the things. Like now, if you ask me to do any of that, I would be like, I don't know, the computer go. And it seems like as I get older, like I have a GPS watch. I feel like I can use 2 functions on this watch. I have a cell phone that I feel like I use about 10% of its functionality. And I feel like that's getting worse on every device I buy or get involved with. I'm getting I don't know how to use. I have wireless earbuds that I went running with.
Yeah.
And they're crazy. They have 3 different buttons on each earbud that are the size of a pinhole. And you're supposed to know which sector to hit and how many times it's supposed to put the volume up or change the bass. And I went to put my hood up because it was freaking windy while I'm running. And I hit the side of it and it's like, it's in bass mode. And I'm like, base mode, pass mode. What do I do to fix that? I don't know. I only know how to turn these stupid things on.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do about it. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know how to work the volume on my earbuds. I just use the volume on my phone and do it that way because it's the same thing. Like if you hold your finger here, it'll do something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we out-age technology.
Yeah. It's bad, right? It's bad.
Yeah.
My TV. This is an embarrassing story that only embarrasses me, so it's perfectly okay to tell. I got a new TV when I redid my basement.
Yeah.
And my remote comes. There's no volume button on my remote. It's got this tiny little remote. There's no volume, and it has the speech button.
Okay.
And you can hit the speech and say volume up, right?
Oh.
Which is annoying.
Yeah.
So I don't like doing it. I had that TV for a year before I figured out that the little bar on the remote, if you push it up or pull it down, is the volume. Ooh. It took me a year to figure that out. There's literally nothing on the remote that says volume.
Yeah.
Anywhere. You're just supposed to know these things?
Did it come? Was there a guide?
What? Okay, maybe.
That might be a problem there. Yeah, read the instructions.
How many pages do you think I'm reading of those instructions? Come on.
Well, you get a TV and you're like, I'll let you set it up, and then somebody comes over and like, oh yeah, your gamma's off a little bit. I'm like, what are you talking about? I turned on the TV. I got it set for whatever, Vivid or Sport or whatever. Oh no, you gotta go in there. You got I've seen you can Google what your TV brand is and make and model and say what's the best configuration. It'll be like, oh yeah, take your tint to 46 and your contrast to -3 and gamma to Y vector.
I've never messed with any of those things ever in my life. I hate to say this. My TV is 4K, I'm sure. I don't know if it's in 4K. I don't know.
I can tell if something's high def or low def, but
sure. I can tell standard def, low def, high def, maybe. I don't know if it's a 4K, 8K, 12K. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
And my TV, when you turn it on Xbox, it says, going into video game mode. Okay.
Yeah.
You seem to know more than I do. I trust you.
Yep, yeah. Mine will say HDR on or ready or something. I'm like, sure it is. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever that means. Yeah.
Well, that's it. Gaming, I've noticed that. With the first settings you get to. Oh, do you want this in performance mode or visual mode or whatever? I'm like, I don't know. Which do I want? I can't tell the difference. Yeah. Oh, you're only getting 80 frames per second instead of 95. I can't see that.
No, I couldn't tell you the difference at all. Yeah, my neighbor is a huge computer nerd, and he's like, what kind of monitor are you running? I'm like, I don't know, Panasonic or whatever the hell I got, Asus. And he's like, well, how many hertz is it? It doesn't hurt me much. I did bang my. He's like, well, what's the refresh rate on it? These are questions that I don't have the answer to.
Yeah.
Computer go on and off.
Exactly, yeah.
Be smart fireman.
No, wait, because you know a lot more about computers than I do, and that's...
It's slowly getting leached out of the brain. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not picking up French as quickly as I need to, because the brain's like, no. Huberman would say I would need to start doing weed so that I could reinvent plasticity in my brain so I can learn more.
Okay.
Yeah. Get deep into neurology lately. Neuroscience. Neurology? Neuroscience. Yeah. I guess neurology would more the medical side of it.
Yeah. What was it? I saw, total side tangent. Is it Hopkins has a study to evaluate the effects of mushrooms on Alzheimer's patients or something?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. And it's insane the effects they're getting. Yeah. The insane. Literal, wonder drugs.
Yeah. But I mean, these are psychedelic mushrooms. Yeah. Wow. It's...
Supposedly, in Colorado, there's a strain of marijuana that you can only get in Colorado right now, that people are taking their children who have chronic seizures and moving to Colorado because this strain of marijuana is, I'm not going to say curing is not the right word, is managing their seizures better than anything else out there.
That's pretty impressive.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But what's crazier to me is that we're forcing people to live without that.
Yeah.
If that's available, I mean,
well, especially it's not like you're okay, little Johnny has a seizure, he needs to smoke a blunt.
No. We're talking about kids who have they are non-functional as a human being,
right,
without really intense medication, which makes them unable to function as human beings.
Yeah, they're so sedated and...
right, because they have so many seizures. There's nothing more heartbreaking to me than these kids that have seizures that constantly. As a paramedic, when you walk in and the mom's like, "I've already given this," I'm like, "Oh, that's heartbreaking." Mom should have to give anti-seizure medication so much that they know more about it than I do. It's just
that's
the crazy laws in the country that we're the best in the world and we can't treat our kids. Come on, it's crazy. Hopefully it'll get better.
Yeah.
There's a side tangent rant.
That's a good rant though.
About marijuana.
Yeah.
It's like the cancer patient argument. Anybody who's like, I don't know, weed shouldn't be legal for anybody. You got fatal cancer, they want heroin, I'll give them
exactly,
heroin.
Whatever.
Yeah. These people are dying of cancer. I think if they want to have marijuana, they can have it. Ooh, what's the harm? They're going to drive 5 miles an hour?
What's like my great-grandmother, she was like 93. She had fallen and like cracked her hip, but they weren't going to do anything. She was 93, so they just give her, she's like, "They offered me, some of that high pain medicine. I didn't want to get hooked." I'm like, "You're 93. If you want to do an 8-ball, I will go get it for you."
Yeah. The odds of this addiction really affecting you negatively later in life, real slim here, Grandma.
Yeah.
But did you call your grandma? Yeah, that's so weird because probably most people don't even have this, but my great grandmother was alive till I was 20.
Yeah.
Did you call your great grandmother grandmother, or did you call her something else? I called mine great.
My great grandmother. It was just it was Mom Truett.
Yeah, that's right. You're Southern, Mom.
Yep.
Mima, Mom. Yeah, we called her great. It was Grape was my great grandfather, and Great was my great grandmother.
Yeah. We were lame. All of the grandparents or great grandparents were just my mom or papa, and what their nickname or name was. So it was my mom Toots and my mom Truett.
We didn't have nicknames for any of my family.
Papa.
We got some choice nicknames for the ones alive now, but
let's say my kids, their grandparents, they've got Nani, Pops, Graham, Gramp, Gigi.
Yeah, see, my grandparents were always just Grandma, Grandpa. That's it. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird cultural thing.
But the tech thing, you got me thinking. I used to be all about every year or 2 years or whatever. It's like, oh, I gotta have the new phone. Now I'm like, my phone works. I don't care.
Yeah, no.
I think that's kind of showing part of it too.
Yeah, my phone has to. The reason I got my new phone was that the glass was cutting into my face every time I tried to make a phone call.
Well, you don't want that. Oh, it's because of the hertz. It had a high hertz range.
It has hertz range. But that's usually when I'm like, oh, it's time.
Yeah, or if the battery won't last, I'm like,
yeah. The guy was like, I was like, is this phone worth anything? He's like, sir, no.
Sir, you're actually gonna have to pay me to take this off your hands.
Yeah. I don't know. I think also you and I are we're of the age where smartphones just are cool tech because it's like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But you're not really I don't know about you versus me. I don't take enough pictures to give a crap about the cameras on these phones.
No.
I'm not constantly taking 8K video on my phone
No.
or ever taking. I can barely ever take a picture on my phone. I don't know how. It's
I
crazy.
take a lot of accidental screenshots.
I take a lot of accidental screenshots. I have to spend one day a month cleaning out all of the screenshots that are just the background of my phone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like, and I feel bad. The iPad that I typically use is older, and I couldn't load Marvel's version of Comixology on it.
Uh-huh.
So my wife was like, "Oh, just load it on mine; it'll be fine." I take so many screenshots when I'm trying to turn it off. She's like, "What was that?" I was like, "I took a screenshot." She's like, "I don't use my iPad for pictures." It's like, "Well, there's a bunch of screenshots."
Yeah, I don't understand. You see all these videos of people getting like action shots of crazy crap happening in the world. Are you walking around all the time with your phone filming, or are you just that quick that you can catch your phone out in the middle of an emergency and take a video?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the Utes, they pretty much have their phone in their hand nonstop. So
that's fair. That's fair. I am notoriously the opposite. Notoriously around the firehouse, my coworkers are like, "Don't call Wismer. He's not going to answer." My boss no longer calls me. He calls my driver.
Yeah.
He's like, "Wismer's not going to answer. I'll just call the driver."
Well, it's like I'll leave my phone like in my office charging or something. I'll go to the other side of the station, work on stuff or whatever. Be like, "Hey, I just tried to text you." I'm like, "Well, it's in my office." What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't have it on me.
Yeah. I run my phone until the battery dies, then I put on the charger, and I walk away for like 6 hours. I get that all like Central, because they're like, 21D, can you just 1020 the station, 1020? I'm like, no, I don't have that capability. Talk to me on the radio.
Yeah. I'll talk to you on the walkie-talkie.
Call me on the walkie. Or we have this weird MDT.
Yeah,
send me a message right there. But no, I just don't ever. I think we're of the age where cell phones were cool tech.
Oh yeah.
But they weren't like, oh my god, this is the best thing in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like, my youngest is like, did you see Apple had an announcement? It's the iPhone 14. It's got this and this and this. I'm like, okay.
It's just a phone.
Yeah. Can I download podcasts, play them through my, speakers or whatever? Send it.
My Zoom still plays podcasts.
Hey! Bill still got a job.
There he goes. Yeah.
But, yeah, there's all kinds of functionality and, I will say I've got location sharing turned on with my kids.
Huh.
Yeah. So, but there's sometimes that bites me. Like, what are you doing at so-and-so's? I'm like, how do you know this? You follow me.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to turn that on. My wife just had to take some packages to the UPS store, and the lady's like, "You got to turn your brightness up." And I would have been like, "Yeah, I would have no idea how to do that."
Turn your brightness up.
Yeah, would have no clue how to turn the brightness on my screen up.
Phone, increase brightness.
Yeah, phone, do things. Because we're working on the pizza. Project with Salisbury, and I keep all the notes in my phone, and it takes me about, I would say, a good 6 minutes to figure out which notepad I use every time, so I can get back to the original one.
You don't have it like labeled?
Well, what happened was I guess I used the Microsoft Office one.
Oh.
And now, but that's not the Samsung one. So like if I search for Notepad, it shows. It's a thing.
Yeah, I hate all the things that come like preloaded onto a phone. It's like, no, I don't want all your stupid little widgets. Just let me pick my widgets.
Yeah, my phone now has decided that every week it wants me to download a new game.
Ooh.
So I just get a new crappy game that I just have to uninstall.
Yeah, I've got a folder that's labeled Apple crap.
That's a good plan. You can make folders on your phone?
Yeah. Yeah, you like drag the icon over another icon and drop it. It makes a folder. Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
I mean, I don't know if you do it for Android, but
I know how to make folders on my computer.
yeah, you right click.
Yeah, I can't stand people who don't use folders to organize their desktop.
The maniacs, the sociopaths that have nothing but like spreadsheets all across their background.
Yes. Yes.
Those are the ones that you take a screenshot of that, dump all those folder files into something, and then post the screenshot as their background.
Yes. Yes. That's mania. Craziness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love it. They're like squinting at the screen. They're like, I'll find it in a minute. It's you're stupid.
Yeah. Just make some folders.
Yeah.
Put things away.
Yeah, that's the type of person like, yeah, we need a third monitor. Why do you need a third monitor? Because I'm running out of room for all my files or all my spreadsheets and Word documents.
Yeah, I never even considered the idea of putting my junk folders on my second monitor.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole new organization life hack.
Yeah, there you go.
I also had this weird thought thinking technology that I'm going to buy a piece of land, run fiber optic and power and water to it. I'm going to live in a yurt.
Ooh. That could be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Play games in a yurt.
Yeah. That could be a high-tech yurt.
Yeah, it'd be a high-tech yurt. I think I could live comfortably like that for 5 years.
Yeah. But how about your wife?
I mean, sacrifices have to be made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dogs would love it.
The dogs would love it. They would love a yurt.
Yes.
And I could cut down hardwood or softwood and burn that in my yurt for heat.
Yeah, you have a yurt furnace?
Yeah, it's pretty cheap to heat a yurt, I'm assuming.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. I always watch those videos of like people who like go out into the woods. This is my bushcraft video. I'm going to live in this for 30 days. I'm like, I would love to do all of this.
Yeah.
If only I could quit my job.
Yeah, but aren't you the maniac that said you would bring a pot?
Yes. I stand by that. You need a pot to boil water.
But how are you going to cut down the lumber for your yurt?
I will flint knap some tools, and I will make an axe out of stone axe. I've watched videos on how to do this.
We don't have that kind of stone around here.
Of course we do. All stone is stone. You think like our ancient ancestors were like, oh, that's the wrong kind of stone. We can't make an axe. We're just screwed. No. Adapt and overcome. Use a different stone. I'm telling you that a pot is not easily replaceable. Yes, eventually you'll get to the technology level where you can make a clay fire and all that stuff, but you're gonna run out of water well before then and die. And get the dysentery and die. I've watched Oregon Trail. I played Oregon Trail. I know how that works.
I played Oregon Trail.
So, bring in a pot. Yeah. That is my final view. I stand by it. With a lid. That's the important part. There has to be a lid.
Yeah, has to be a lid. Oh, yeah, of course.
I could sharpen up the lid as some sort of circular cutting device.
Like your mini Captain America shield.
Yeah, it's my little shield. Or more like an odd job. I'll throw it across at animals and kill them. Yeah. That'd be amazing. Just,
the animal gets away, and it's like it falls miles away.
It's got a
some
lid.
little kid's like, "What's in that deer?" It appears to be a pot lid.
And then just hairy, unkempt me comes. He's got my
lid. Shaking your pot at the people. Like, ah!
You could trap small animals in a pot. You can go fishing in a pot. You can make
fishing.
You can make fish traps out of a pot. Do all of those things.
Oh God! Your survival videos need to be on how to use a pot in the wild.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, a nice
this is
sturdy
be
pot.
Such a good YouTube channel.
Will take care of you for the rest of your life.
Sturdy pot.
Now, I don't know if you want a cast iron one. They get heavy.
Yeah.
But
wait, how are you going to vet these pots?
Well, I guess I'm going to have like we're going to go out in the woods with like a pot. We'll do a 30-day live with a pot, and then we'll come back, get a different kind of pot.
Well, I could just see you like walking around Kohl's, like you pick up a pot and you like slam it on the ground a bunch of times. It dents up. You're like, yeah, next.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a pot that I can sharpen to a razor fine edge, the lid? Yeah.
Pardon me, good man. Which of these pots would make the best fish trap?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
I think you laugh at my logic, but I'm telling you, a pot is important. You gotta have something to boil water in. That's like rule number 1. You gotta boil water. And if it's like a pot with a glass lid, you can distill water, right? Like the condensing. Yeah, see, all kinds of things you can live on. You just need a yurt and a pot.
Yurt and a pot.
And an Xbox with fiber optic cable.
Yeah. God, that could be the name of your biography, A Man in His Yurt. Or just a yurt and a pot.
Yeah, yurt and a pot. That's
the Ron Wismer store.
The Ron Wismer store. Yeah.
Gosh.
You know, they'll be like, this guy used to work here. He's out front with a pot and a scraggly beard. Oh, yeah, it's old man Wismer. He lives in the woods. Just give him some water.
He'll go boil it. It makes him feel good.
He just likes boiling water in his pot. He just stares at the pot all day. It's like television. You just stare at the pot all day. Oh, look at that bubble.
Let me think. Yeah, we'll be retired. Yeah, like we'll come back for like Quillen's retirement or something. Who's the weird guy carrying around the pot? That's my old lieutenant.
Why is he wearing a deer? Does that deer have a pot lid in it? Does he have a bandolier of pot lids?
There's some guy over there that invited me to his yurt. What's a yurt?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah. I'm in for this plan. People, if you want to donate money so that I don't have to go to work anymore, I will start living this life.
Oh, gosh.
Just
call 1-800 yurt pot.
Yurt. Oh, man. Yeah. Why don't you go to our website? A man in his yurt and pot.com.
Yeah, people check the cam every day.
Yeah. That's why I have to have the internet.
Yeah. He's sharpening the lid again.
Sharpening the lid. Look at him. He's napping knives.
Napping knives.
That's what it's called. You call it's napping rocks, and you make knives out of it.
Napping rocks.
Yeah.
Is that with a K or an N?
I think it's with an N.
Yeah. I don't know if it was like KNA.
Yeah. I actually don't know the answer to that question. I think it's N. I'm going to go with N. Silent K's are stupid.
No, it's a K.
Damn it.
Yep. Oh, see, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That'll tie right into my topic.
All right. Well, I think we should go right into your topic. Then.
Oh, okay. Well, my topic is going to be, how are there any words that either used to mix you up or still mix you up in the stupid English language that we have?
Oh.
Because I will tell you one that I didn't figure this out till, God, probably in the last 10 years. The word Q-U-E-U-E, Q.
Yeah, Q.
Yeah. I always pronounce it Quewe.
Oh, my God.
I've seen it in like a book or something. I'm like, right. Oh, look, they're getting in a Quewe.
Getting in a Quewe.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I have a side tangent to this that's annoying. My phone has decided that I speak Spanish.
Oh, mine did that too. It randomly changes my words to Spanish.
I'm writing words and I'm like, I don't even know what that word means. And you're just changing the word. I don't speak Spanish.
Why did you add a tilde? I don't want a tilde there.
Yeah. I have on my keyboard the weird little N. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Stop it. It messes with my head. I have the upside down question mark on my keyboard right now on my phone. I don't know why my phone thinks I speak Spanish. It's driving me. And I get Spanish YouTube ads because of it. It's really weird.
That's amazing.
I speak zero Spanish.
I
I barely can say burrito. But anyways, back to words that confuse me. Now, there's plenty of words that I know that I've read and couldn't pronounce. Or have never listened to them pronounce. I couldn't think of any right now off the top of my head.
Well, Guinness, I was like, why is it a Guinness drought?
Oh, drought.
Not a draft.
Word. Drought is a stupid word.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a draft animal is really spelled DRAUGHT, right?
Yeah.
It's a draft animal.
Yep.
This is a stupid word.
Red and.
Oh, what? But I was going to say, we have such stupid words. I can't, as bad as it is for me to learn French, I cannot feel anything but pity for somebody who's trying to learn English.
Oh, yeah.
There, and there.
Oh, God.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you guys run out of words and you were just like, we'll use these over and over again?
Yeah, but the fact that they're spelled differently and.
Yeah.
But then you have the ones that are spelled the same, like read and red. It's like, no.
Yeah. Or, lead and lead.
Yeah.
What? Who? Why? Why did
Tear and tear.
Why did we run out of words?
Yeah.
It's a stupid language.
Oh yeah, It's the E makes this sound all the time. Well, not really.
The only thing that in my limited learning language for other languages that English got right was questions. In English, you know if it's a question.
Yeah.
Because we use a word like who, what, how, why, or when.
Right, yeah.
Other languages, not so much.
I don't know, Norse is a lot of like vorfar and vor, like where, why.
In French, there are words for those. There's combien and quan and pourquoi. But a lot of times the questions are just how you phrase the regular words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Spanish, you have why and because is porque and porque.
Sure.
That's it.
But like, vous faites would be, or faites-vous would be, what do you do? But you would, like, if you just look at the words, it's you do.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, come on, French. We can put a what in there.
Let's put a what in there.
Yeah. Let's make it a little easier. And French also screwed up the what because it's escasica, and it's like, just que would be fine.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing English got right was the who, what, where, why, when.
Oh yeah, because the rest of it's ridiculous. Like like animals giving birth. It's like like a goat. They're kidding.
That's all crazy.
A cow is calving.
It's calving, yeah.
Yep. What is it? A horse is foaling.
Ooh.
Do you know what an alpaca is?
Llamaing.
Unpacking.
No, it's not.
I kid you not.
That's not true.
I swear to you.
I mean, I believe you, but it's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
No, that's. We have a weird, wacky language, and this is a sort of side tangent to this, but we went to college in a time where they were trying to fight against the vernacular.
Yeah.
Like they beat us into our heads. Like, you have to speak. This is how you have to write. This is the way you write. And we were forced to write in a way that people don't speak.
Yeah.
And it was crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, I get gauge mixed up.
You get gauge mixed up.
GAU or is it GUA?
It's GUA.
GUAG.
Right?
Wage.
Wow, man, I don't know.
See?
I used to consider myself a really good speller, and now spell check has destroyed my ability to spell.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I get right is there and there. And every time I look at there, I'm like, is that the right way to say that? I before E except after C, unless you're talking about there and them. Yeah, we have stupid rules for our language that make no sense.
Yeah, was it I before E except after C unless it's an A like neighbor or way?
Sure.
Dumb.
Why do we even have silent letters in English?
Yeah, like the napping.
Like the napping or knocking or knife. It's not knife, it's knife. Why do we have a silent letter? Where does that come from? What is... And we're dumb, but freaking the British people spell things the wrong way, and like their spelling makes even less sense.
Yeah.
Color with an E?
Yeah, or with a U.
Or with... Well, the U, I guess I could kind of see. Or center, like they spell center S or CENTRE.
Yeah.
We spell center SCENTER.
Yeah.
Center. They spell it centra and say it center.
Yeah. Well, scent, you have scent, like 1 cent, CENT, sure. Or you have scent, like smell, SCENT. Yeah. Or scent is a letter, SENT. Dumb.
Yeah, that's a lot of dumb. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that get hour and R mixed up.
Really?
ARE and OUR.
Huh.
Yeah, there's one on your shift.
You read a lot of reports.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the problem. Spell check doesn't help you with grammar.
No, it does not.
Yeah. Spell check's not smart enough to say that's the wrong word, bud.
Yeah. Yep. That was why we had somebody who, it was written right, just the grammar was horrible in it, for a report.
Yeah.
So it's just why people need to reread some stuff and think to themselves.
It's one of the things one of the individuals who notoriously in our department, I said, you need to take a business writing course.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you just audit it, but you need to take a business writing course. You need to have nothing makes you look worse than when you submit things and they're written poorly. Right? Like,
yep.
Nothing. You write a resume and it looks like a 3-year-old wrote it, I'm going to throw that resume away. Or you work for me and you submit a report that looks like a 3-year-old wrote it, I'm going to be like, should we send you for help? Like, what is wrong with you? And it's such a simple thing that, man, you don't learn a lot in high school, but you really should learn how to write.
Yeah. But the problem is, like you said, people rely on spell check, and it kills me that people do talk to text.
Yeah.
And don't read it.
Yeah. That's crazy talk to me. Like that. Like, I don't trust my text now, and I still catch myself sending the wrong word about half the time. And I look at every text I send. I just, I wouldn't. Ooh, sect and sex. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I see that gets screwed up a lot.
Ooh, here, this is like a poem about it. English is hard. We'll begin with a box, and the plural is boxes, but the plural of ox becomes oxen, not oxes. One fowl is a goose, but 2 are called geese, yet the plural of moose should never be meese. You may find a lone mouse or a nest full of mice, yet the plural of house is houses, not heis. If the plural of man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pan be pen? If I speak of my foot and show you my feet, if I give you a boot, would a pair be called a beat? If one is a tooth and a whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of booth be beef? Oh my gosh, it goes on and on. It's true, though.
It is all true. Booths is a weird pluralization of booth. Any word where the plural is the same as the singular is insanity.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Yeah, moose, deer, fish.
Yeah. It should be fishes.
Fishes.
We should change that and some Mises.
Well, so what is it? If it's
or moosin.
All the same kind of fish, it's fish. But if it's a bunch of different kinds, it's fishes. Yeah.
Side tangent. I just watched an old episode of QI and I learned that fish, so a salmon, is more closely related to a monkey than it is to a trout.
Really?
So this guy studied fish on an evolutionary level and determined that there is no such thing as a fish.
What?
Well, everything that we call fish, he likened it to like this. We call everything that's in the sea a fish, right? But if you took it that same thing and said everything on the land is a dog,
That's true.
then you're a crazy person.
Yeah.
Right? So salmon are not evolutionary close to a perch,
Huh.
just like a dog isn't close to a bird.
Right.
So there is no such thing as a fish.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah. Blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, that whole land sea thing. Yeah.
Through, tough, thorough.
Through and through is stupid.
But it does annoy me when I see people write in a report THRU. Because that's not a word, is it? Through? THRU?
Yeah. Throughway.
Yeah, throughway, but it's not like a standalone word, is it?
I'm Googling.
Yeah, so am I.
Is through a word?
Yeah, it says a non-standard spelling of through. THROUGH.
Yeah. It's an informal preposition.
Yeah. I don't know. Just, yeah, it does.
But
I'm
through
like
and
you.
through, I threw a baseball through a tunnel.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Should be throw. I throw.
Throw.
Well, because if it's shrew, then it's through, right? And if it's doe, then it's throw.
Yeah.
Right? So it's I threw a baseball through a tunnel. That's how I will speak from now on.
What,
Yeah.
pour and flour?
You say pour and flour?
Yeah. Like you pour a drink, or
Right.
you're baking with flour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. No.
God, yeah, I'm like you. I feel sorry for people who try to learn the English language.
Yeah, it's insanity.
Oh, gosh.
And we don't conjugate verbs. It's insanity.
No.
Yeah, I'd like trying to figure out past tense in American English would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's just all context, and you have to pick up on context clues instead
Yeah.
of actual rules.
Just sign things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel bad for people trying to learn English.
Yeah.
It's a crazy language.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why it takes kids, and that's why Americans are so bad at learning languages. It takes us so long to learn English because of all the stupid rules. We don't have time to learn another language.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, the other kids, you have a heads up. You come from a language that makes sense.
Yeah.
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 That's why we're bad at languages.
Yeah.
It's still my biggest regret that I'm I'm not bilingual. That's my goal is to keep.
You're close.
I will say my French is bad, but it has come into handy quite a bit at work lately.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
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 It was funny. I went on a call with some people who do not speak English.
Yeah.
And they don't really speak French, but they know a little bit of enough French.
Right.
And they were like ignoring everybody. And I walked up to them and I was like, what's your name? And are you hurt? And do you want to go to the hospital? And I was like, can I borrow your pen?
Yeah.
And they got it. It's crazy to watch them. I go, oh, wait a second, this guy isn't as dumb as he looks.
I'm surprised at the amount of French I can kind of read.
It's easy.
Because like in the shower, there's like the back of the soap or whatever. It's usually, in English and in French. And
yeah.
I'll say, yeah, this should mean this. And look, yeah, it does.
Yeah. The nice thing about French.
How do MLs never match up?
MLs.
If you look MLs and ounces, like if you look at like 4 different soap or shampoo or whatever containers, one will say like, I don't know, 5 ounces, 150 mLs. The next one will say 4.5 ounces, 150 mLs. The other one will say 6 ounces, 150 mLs. How?
It's almost as if ounces aren't a really good way to determine volume.
Because the psychotic mind that I have, I will stand in the shower and like go over to the wall.
Oh, wait, no, I got to answer this.
Okay. Please enlighten me, because I will do math on the side of the shower.
It has nothing to do with ounces, or it has nothing to do with math. Ounces are measuring the weight of the product in the thing. So something that is denser is going to have a different ml.
But see, I thought it was fluid ounces they were measuring.
But I think it's still weight.
Okay. Right.
Or mass,
okay.
Technically.
Yeah.
Right?
So NMLs is just the volume.
It's just volume.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I right about this? I think I'm right about this.
That could make sense. But yeah, I'll sit there and be like, okay, 150 divided by 3.5, 150 divided by 5. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because you're measuring two different things. Yeah, I think I'm right about this. I think I feel good about my answer. Final answer.
Final answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kids learn another language.
Learn another language. Yeah. It helps.
Even something like ASL.
I regret that I don't know ASL.
Yeah.
I always feel bad when I see someone, because this is a weird Wismer thing to say, but like knowing someone else's language, I don't is cool. But if somebody speaks French in an English speaking country like the United States,
yeah,
they're kind of expecting that they're not going to know the language, and it's nothing they can work on it, or they don't care. If you're deaf and you don't speak English, nothing makes your day better than somebody who's like, oh, I can at least help you a little bit in ASL.
Yes.
Because they don't have a choice in the matter, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah. I think I would love to learn ASL.
Yeah.
Let me work on the French before I...
Yeah. I mean, I know stupid things like, elephant and mosquito and stomach ache. And
I know very stupid things that shouldn't be reported. But I think I would love to know ASL, because I just think the compassion for another person who is going through being deaf.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to know if they're making fun of you behind your back.
Yeah. Did you see that woman that was, gosh, she got all kinds of fines and sanctions and stuff. She was faking sign language for press conferences.
I did see that.
That's horrible.
Yep.
What a horrible, horrible person.
Had no idea how to speak any sign language. Yeah. Was just making bullshit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a terrible person. And how you think you're going to get away with that? Like the first deaf person, they can still see.
Right.
So the first time they're like, what is this person doing?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's got the fits.
Right. You need to call somebody to get her some help. Yeah.
There must be bees.
Yeah. Dumb person trying to get away with that. It was just dumb.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, I think we've reached the end of another podcast.
Yeah, it's another good podcast.
We learned some good lessons in life.
Yeah.
End with a good note.
Yeah.
Hopefully the wind will go away and we can enjoy some cold, crisp air.
Yeah. Get out there and enjoy the air, folks.
Yep.
Take care, folks.
All right, folks. See ya.